Hey guys, JT here with a quick unboxing and look at the Radiolink RC6GS radio. Now, this is a digital 6-channel radio that I'm going to be taking a look at, and I'll put a link in the description if you guys are looking at some more specs and stuff on this. And of course, once I get operational, I'll do a more in-depth video of some of the functionality of this radio as well. Excuse me, I got a little cold coming on. But like I said, I'll put a link in the description for this. This radio is going to cost you about $74 shipped for it, and it's going to be more of a cheaper, or I won't say cheaper, but more of a budgeted version of some of the higher end radios. Because some radios that have this kind of functionality with 6 channels and see, it's got a digital display and stuff, and it's got a lot of functionality of it. It's going to cost you, probably about 150 to 200 or a little bit more. So I'm interested to see some of the functionality and features of this radio, but I'm also interested to see and test some of the distancing of this radio, because I plan on building some speed cars, not just so much drag racing cars, but speed cars. I need to be able to get good reception and stuff on them. So I needed to get a decent radio that's going to assist me with that. And I saw some information on this, and this seemed to be pretty good. And with some of the functionality that it has, it's probably going to be perfect for what I'm going to be doing with that. And then, of course, at some point, I'm going to get a rock crawler, guys. I will get one, and I can use this radio in there because of some of the features and functionalities of it. So get that in there. Give you an instruction manual, which I'll have to go through a little bit more in depth a little bit later on. Cool, they give you a little QR code, so if you just want to scan that and go to their site, which is good. Looking at the instructions, oh, they're in color. That is interesting. Most instructions don't come in color. So, cool. So I'll have to look through this a little bit more in depth to see some of the functionalities of the radio and to know a little bit more about the display screen and some of the functionalities of that. But anyway, let's look at the meat of this real quick. We have this out here. So have our receiver in here. Pull this out real quick. And yes, it is a 6-channel. You guys see that there. So this will be interesting with that. And looking at this radio, pull this over to the side real quick. Just looking at some of the, let's see if we can get a light. Well, maybe we can focus this and it won't blur out too much. So looking at some of the functionality here. Cool. They do have what seems to be a micro USB port. Now, I don't know if that's just for downloading data or for charging, but like I said, I'm going to look through some more of the features of this radio as well to find out what some of this functionality is. So, God, look at that. Look at all them switches. So, and this is also my first radio that has more than 4 channels. I did have some that have 3 channels, and then I had some that had a little bit less, got styrofoam kind of on me there. So this is actually going to be also my first styrofoam, my first 6-channel radio. So this is going to be interesting to be driving this and using some of the functionality. But like I said, first I'm going to probably use it to check some of the distancing on it to go 1/8 of a mile and come down and make sure I still get good reception of it. And then I'll test some of the functionality of it as well, as far as the workability of the channels and stuff. So this thing uses, let's see, get this off real quick. So it does use 6 AA's. It doesn't use 4, which isn't too bad. I'm just glad it doesn't use 8. 4 would be more preferable, but it's probably using 6 because it's probably got a lot of information stuff displayed up here. So I'm not 100% sure of some of the higher brand radios if they use 6 or 4. But it's no big ordeal right there. I mean, as long as it doesn't use 8, I'm pretty good with that. I hate opening up a radio and you're like, oh my gosh, you use 8 AA's. So as far as the feel and stuff, it actually feels pretty good in the hand. It looks as, if you look at it from the very top, you see all this up here. You would think it would feel heavy and unbalanced in your hand, but it actually doesn't. It actually feels pretty good. And from what I'm feeling on this throttle response, that's not too springy and it's not too loose. So that's a good thing as well. And that feels pretty good too. So just overall feel and touch of this actually seems to be really good. So like I said, I'm going to get this thing operational real soon and put in a couple of cars and try it. And actually, I got a friend that's got a crawler that uses 5 channels. So we'll probably utilize this in there as well to test some of the functionality of this. So anyway, guys, I wanted to show this to you real quick. You guys know, as always, put your comments down below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.